Cool. So you've made your patty, right?
Yep.
And you literally just sort of squeeze a little thing in the middle, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Amazing. And it just stays there, does it?
Exactly. The divot will rise a bit. That's the thing, and then it will sort of become a
straight
patty,
burger.
a straight burger. Whereas if you don't do that, it will puff up and become like a football.
Brilliant. Every day's a school day.
So I'm going burger bun. I've got to go sesame bun. The brioche is the cool one, but yeah, exactly. I'm going for an old school sesame bun. I want a bit of shredded lettuce. I want some burger sauce.
Nice.
And if you don't have any, just mix some tomato ketchup and mayo.
Good
That'll do. And a pickle.
Nice.
And some raw onion.
Yeah, great.
No, do not cook the onion.
Red or white?
White.
Oh, okay.
Just white onion, yeah.
Very
a bit
British.
spicy. Yeah. That might just be the way I'm going.
I can feel the drizzle in the air at this barbecue. The bunting's already fallen, like trailing in the wind.
Oh, God. And that's it.
Nice.
Super simple.
Fantastic. Oh, sounds great. That's like an original, isn't it? That's a classic. That's high up the list on these burger restaurants.
I think so,
that style, yeah, for sure. Nice. Okay, cool. And, the side question.
Ooh.
You're allowed one side, this barbecue. What are you going for?
Oh, God. That's a good question.
Doesn't have to be cooked on the barbecue, you know.
Yeah. You know what? This is going to sound a bit like, oh, yeah, right, whatever. But I've started cooking this Mexican, street corn recently.
Oh, yes.
And, well, I say recently, since I last had a barbecue, which was probably like a year ago now, which is insane to think. But yeah, sort of Mexican street corn. So you basically just cook the corn on the barbecue, and then you put this sort of spicy mayo with some cumin and some sort of chipotle stuff in there, and you just lather that on after it's hot, and it will sort of melt, and Parmesan cheese, some loaded cheese in there, and that will melt onto the corn, and apparently it's Mexican street food. I've never been to Mexico, but yeah, it's amazing. So I'm actually going with that.
Nice. Okay, cool. So I'm already getting a sense of the price point of this restaurant for a start. If it's anything with street food in, you can just bang a zero on the end.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. So, okay, let me see. So we've got the Blokes Burger, the Greg. Now we're on the Adam. Okay,
right.
So
I'm excited for this. I'm
going, and I'm surprised you didn't do this. I'm going 2 patties, mate.
Oh,
if I'm creating my own burger, why stop at 1? 2 patties.
Okay,
mate.
okay.
And I actually like a thinner burger.
Interesting.
Despite what I said earlier about big fat things, I always I aim for the thin burger and think, God, that's tiny. That's never going to be any good, and it always ends up being too fat.
Yeah.
So yeah, in an ideal world, I get quite a relatively thin patty, but I'm going 2. Right.
Okay.
Layer of cheese in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm talking the American kind.
Of course.
I don't want anything fancy.
Yes.
It's got to be come out of a little plastic packet. Shit American cheese. That's going in the middle. Okay.
100%.
So, my bun. You know what? As much as it pains me to say this, I'm going to go brioche, even though it's the douchebag choice.
It's fine.
I'm going to go brioche. So there's no sesames on this bad boy, brioche, and toasted. Right, so I'm going to or grilled, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that. Definitely do that. 100%.
Cool. So I've got my brioche. I've got patty 1, and I'm doing a similar sort of thing. Beef and pork mix. Fatty, making my own thing, a bit of onion, all the seasoning, same as you. Okay, so we can lock that in for the Blokes Burger as well.
Perfect.
The seasoning's sorted.
That's done.
So yeah, patty 1, American cheese. Patty 2, I'm going bacon. Got to have bacon on there.
Of course, yeah, it's good.
Crispy, streaky, smoked.
Okay.
Which is the exact opposite of what I'd have on a fry-up.
Man, that's the best description of bacon I've ever heard. Crispy, streaky, smoked.
It's very Trumpian as well, isn't it? Crispy, streaky,
the crispiest, the streakiest, and the smokiest bacon.
Everybody says so. I've got my bacon, then I've got China, then I've got greatest burger ever. Oh God, I miss that guy. Yeah. The gaffs, the fun times that we had with Donald.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, just the comedy value alone.
Yeah,
I miss. Yeah. We don't get any gags with Biden.
Oh God, no!
Or no gags out of Biden.
You get sad gags of him like falling upstairs and stuff, but nothing like you feel good about laughing at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I kind of feel like Trump could take it as well. I kind of felt like if I made any sort of joke like about Trump or to Trump, I'd never say anything that I wouldn't say to a person's face. I'd never say anything nasty. But like if I made a joke about Trump, I feel like he would go, "Nice, okay, I like this guy. Yeah, he's a fighter. This sort of thing. You know,
you're hired.
Yeah, you're hired." Whereas with Biden, I kind of feel like. I didn't mean it like that. I'm you just told. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Starts crying.
Do you like to sit down for a minute? That sort of thing.
100%. Yeah.
So I don't feel like there's much fun in the joking side with Biden. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked. So I've got my crispy bacon. Like I said, the opposite of how I like it on a fry up. I like unsmoked, back. Not streaky.
Okay. That
sort of thing on a fry up. In terms of sauce, I like barbecue. But I'm going homemade.
Ooh.
So there's lots of sort of molasses and sugar and that sort of thing in this sauce. There's a chunk of ketchup, that sort of thing. I had a little bit of a reservation in my mind about the sauce. I was thinking for a second about Dijonnaise. Do you know this?
Do you know
this thing?
Brioche buns and Dijonnaise.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Oh Jesus. Oh God.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. It's fine. We're okay. It's fine. We can salvage this. I've never had. So it's a mustard mayonnaise mix. I guess, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It does sound very nice. To be
honest,
it's
famous for being on a club sandwich.
Ah, okay.
That's the sauce you have on a club sandwich. Half Dijon, half mayo.
Right.
And you think, God, that's going to be strong, half Dijon, but it's not for some reason. It just gives it a little kick. It just gives the mayo a bit more taste, basically.
Sure.
So I was thinking for a second, maybe Dijonnaise, but no, I'm going to stick to my guns and go homemade barbecue. I'm going all the salad, pickles, tomato, shredded lettuce, like iceberg again. Stuff, you know, not going to wash it.
Yeah.
Straight out of the pack. And then I think I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay.
Brioche top, and I like to squeeze it down.
Yeah.
I like to squeeze it down so a bit of the juice runs out the side, and then I'll shake the juice off my hand, and then I'll dive in.
So, I think you've nailed it, because I think that's where restaurants or other people fall down. They add too much.
Yeah, too much.
And you're complicating things.
Yep.
I don't think either of ours are particularly complicated burgers, and I think that's because through experience we've realised it gets in the way. It's hard to eat sometimes.
Yeah,
that's first. If you're struggling to eat it, I'm already annoyed.
Yeah,
I'm already hungry. So so that's adding. So I'm easily annoyed.
You're making
already.
this harder.
Exactly. So yeah, okay, cool, nice, mate. It sounds fantastic. It's a bit more refined than mine, for sure. It's definitely got
just
more,
a tad,
a little bit more to it. But
I think they'd sit nicely together on a Five Guys menu or something, or two guys in this case.
God, that was terrible.
Sorry.
Yes.
So sidewise. Your corn thing sounds amazing. And if it wasn't for the fact that I'm an Englishman, so I want chips with everything, I would have gone mac and cheese.
Okay.
Because I just love mac and cheese. I think it's one of the great things that America has given the world.
Yep.
And you can pimp it up, you can make it tasty, you can put hot sauce in it, all these sort of things. So mac and cheese is great, but I need fries. If you've not gone fries, I need fries.
Okay.
So then we can share sides.
You got it.
So I'm going, again, homemade fries, but I'm going sort of on the chip side as opposed to the fry side. I like a chunkier potato accompaniment.
Yeah, sure.
And I found the trick with potatoes, right? If you're making your own chips or fries, soak them in cold water for ages, as long as you can. Gets all the starch out of it.
Right.
And it means that they're drier, they get crispier. Right.
Before you put them into the fryer, I assume you
before
dry
you
them
do any
a lot.
cooking. Yeah, exactly.
After as well, right.
So
cool.
pop them in a colander or whatever and some kitchen towel. Dry them off. And then I'm going to go for sort of more American-style seasoning as opposed to your English chippy chip.
Right, okay, yeah.
So your garlic powder, your onion powder, your salt, your pepper, your paprika, bit of smoked paprika, Careful there. It's a very strong flavouring. Just a tad. Your cayenne pepper, right?
Oh, God. All right, Partridge.
Easy.
Yeah.
Don't overdo it. But in terms of so yeah, that as a percentage, keep the smoked paprika down, right? But the whole thing, you want twice as much seasoning as you think you're going to need. Right. Done this a few times now where I've thought, God, that's a lot of salt. It's not. Double it, baby.
Right. Because it falls off, or you just think it just needs more?
A combination of it perhaps falling off a little bit, and then just needing more.
And seasoning as soon as they're out while they're hot, or
no, before they're going in, mate.
Ooh.
So I'm not deep frying. I'm ovening.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There's a baked. Yeah. Okay. Fair. All right.
So sure, I guess this would be. Yeah. Listen, if I had all the gear and I had a restaurant or whatever, I'd deep fry, right? But if I'm doing it at home while the barbecue's going on outside, inside, I'm ovening these chips.
Okay.
And a bit of oil as well, obviously, and it all sort of like sticks together. Give it a good old shake in a big bowl.
Yeah.
Baking tray, oven. Jobs are good un.
Mate, sounds fantastic. I completely agree with the sort of fatter steak chip vibe rather than skin on.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, man.
Yes, 100% behind you with that. I did, obviously, the chips are definitely the most iconic side, and I think when we do go to the Blokes Burger, I think I will give way to your side. Because I think I don't want to shock people. The world's not ready for corn.
Yeah.
They're not ready for Mexican street corn with their burger.
Chips is in big writing, and then corn's just underneath it.
Yeah. Mate, fantastic. That sounds so good.
Okay, it's time to take it up a notch in terms of drinks, okay? So, what we have today, gentlemen, is a fantastic little gift that I got for my birthday recently. This is a Shivers Regal 15, aged 15-year-old, blended Scotch whisky. Always brings back good memories of our Shivers tasting, blending experience.
Good old Shivers. They'll treat you right.
Oh, yeah.
Again, giving out all the tips today, but if you are... If the Shivers... if Shivers is in town... and even if you haven't booked the experience, it is the cheapest bar in London for about a month or two. It's a pop-up thing. I think it's been in Brick Lane a few years. It's been somewhere else 1 year.
Yeah.
And it's only whiskey, obviously. But if you fancy a couple of drams, go there, get a curry after or something. Yeah. It's a good night.
For sure.
But the experience itself is fantastic. But okay, so Shivers 15. This is one of their more premium bottles for sure.
Yeah.
Does Shivers... I think they've got a few age statement ones. Obviously, the normal Shivers doesn't, I don't think. But I think is there a 12 as well?
I think so, yeah. I think did they go all the way up to like 25?
Yeah, I think they've got quite a lot of different variations, haven't they?
Yeah, so especially nowadays when age statements are... not becoming rarer, but like there's loads of non-age statement, right? Because we just can't get enough Scotch in us as a world.
Yeah.
This is for them to like say, this is 15 years. Yeah, like you say, it's one of their more premium bottles. It's quite dark visually. It's quite a rich colour.
Very, yeah.
Obviously, we don't really know what's gone into it, but we do know that there's grain whiskey, right? About 50% usually, is it?
Yeah.
Because that's always sort of like the canvas of a blended Scotch. So for anyone that doesn't know, there's like the two sort of types of Scotch. There's your blended Scotch, blended malt, and then there's your single malt, right? So blended is basically a blend of different single malts, right? To sort of to create a blend, right? As it says on the tin, right? So occasionally you'll get some people who usually don't know a lot about Scotch, and they'll be a bit snooty about blended Scotch because that's the first thing that you usually try, isn't it? Like a Bell's or something down the pub with your granddad or something.
Sure.
And don't get me wrong, some of it can be horse, right? Some of it can be crap, and it can taste like drinking paint stripper.
For sure.
However, get past that, there are some fantastic blended Scotches out there. This is one of them, right? And lots of people who sort of do Scotch tastings with food or with cigars or with those sort of things can sometimes prefer blended Scotch because there's a greater chance of you finding comparative flavours with what you're eating or smoking or these sort of things, right? Whereas single malts can be, obviously they're absolutely incredible, but something like